Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat. Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ball Chat, a football roundup show. We are back. International break is over. My name is Benton, along with the family. Junior, Wagwan family.
I'm good enough. I'm good. I'm happy for one of the few times this year, I can forward back on a match day and happy.
I figured that after the Manchester United victory, luckily against Brentford, you were eagerly are hoping that certain ones Liverpool lose football game.
No. To be honest, I'll be honest with you. I don't wish bad for other teams if they're not playing against Man U.
You don't wish bad for Yes. Okay. Football roundup show, Ball Chat weekly football roundup show. We do this during the European club football season because MLS still are going and we don't really care. And big up to Lionel Messi and Inter Miami FC for booking their place in the FIFA Club World Cup. We're going to touch that. Gianni Infantino, president of FIFA, boy, when the scamming get to a different level, you can't even say nothing else around here. We have football roundup, family. Let's get into the what's on the docket today for today's show. EPL discussion. Of course, we're going to delve into the different scores. Arsenal dropped 3 valuable points in the title race. Liverpool victorious over Chelsea. We're going to discuss Paul Pogba having a lot to say during the international break. We don't know if Paul Pogba try. Yeah, he's saying a lot regarding Juventus and his Juventus contract. He wants to stay allegedly at Juventus. Juventus want him for the road. Let's see what happened with that saga. Paul Pogba, we discuss Paul Pogba. I don't know if it's too early to touch his Mbappe rape allegation, but we're probably going to mention it and get Junior's thoughts on it. Reggae girl.
Thoughts?
Yeah, because we know this is your area of legal expertise. Reggae Girls squad drop. We have some new invited players to the Reggae Girls group. So we're going to discuss Reggae Girls squad. Jamaican football roundup. We're going to take a look at the Jamaican Premier League. Yo, CONCACAF president visited the Jamaican site. He said he likes the progress that's been made or the plans for the Jamaican National Stadium. So, what if things are going in Jamaican football circle and that and other news, but we kick it off with Ballers and Bugs family. Ballers. Who do you have? Send them
all right. So Benton, hopefully I don't redact this statement, and hopefully you will correct me when I said it. So I said no, Junior is confirmed. You don't have to worry about it. But we always talk about the humanization of football. We always talk about how footballers sometimes don't get treated like humans, and we always kind of toe that line of making money versus support, right? We heard about the tragic death of George Balcock.
Yes.
I think he's from Wales, or I know he's from the UK or Scottish or somewhere, but he was playing in Greece. Or he's Greek, one of them. No, he's from the UK. And he's playing for Panathinaikos in Greece. I saw a report where it said that Panathinaikos very well may honor the 3-year contract of George Balcock. I'm going to give them a baller of the century if they do that, right? Because what we see now is teams out there penny pinching, trying to not spend money that they are not going to recoup on, right? And this would be one of the best stories out there if they do honor the the contract of Mr. Badka, who, if you guys don't follow the story, he was found dead in his pool. So he didn't even die on the team's premises. Or he didn't die while playing football. Unfortunately, he tragically died at home. So I am hoping they honor his contract, because I wouldn't blame them if they never honor the contract. And it's not trying to sound funny, but really and truly, in reality. So they get my baller of the century. They can get the pending, because they can get the bug of the millennium if they don't do this. Because even if right now Panathinaikos president promised like, I will tell this reporter so we're going on a 3-year contract. And I'm not trying to make light of it, but really and truly, if they do honor his contract, hats off to them. If they don't honor his contract, get ready for a piece of fire from me, all right? Also, Benton some rotted goal score this weekend. Some rotted goal score. Oshimen scored a rotted bicycle. Mbappe scored 1 goal from outside the 18. That was a beautiful goal for Real Madrid. But guess what? That wasn't the best goals of the weekend for me. The best goal of the weekend came in the Dutch league. You hear the visa? Mario Engels. That name does sound familiar? No.
No.
Every play for Heracles. They played against Ajax. They did lose, but the man scored a goal from outside, from right over in his half. A beautiful chip. He measured the goalkeeper perfectly. The ball fell right on the line. That was a beautiful goal. Harry Kane scored a hat-trick this week and get my ball of the week too. And Everton, quietly, Everton has gained points in the last 4 Premier League games. They've earned positive points. They have 2 wins and 2 draws, and they are quote-unquote comfortably out of relegation. We killed Everton. We killed Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche was going to be the first to be fired, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? Ball of the week, Everton, Sean Dyche, getting it right against the minnows of their schedule.
Yeah. I don't even know what to make of Everton. In one vein, you want him to get relegated, aka get relegated and resolve the issues
right
that they have. But kudos to them. I don't know if this is baller, but it's your baller. They're quietly going about their business, and it definitely demonstrates this streetwise EPL streetwise in regarding survival mode. They don't show up to win trophies. They show up to survive. And Everton and Sean Dyche have that in their locker. I mean, that is his specialty, survival, you know. Would you say Sean Dyche is the new Sam Allardyce?
No, because Sean Dyche was Sean Dyche before Everton. So he can't be the new Sam Allardyce.
Yeah, someone has to replace Sam Allardyce.
No.
And if and when Sean Dyche does get sacked at Everton, there'll be a relegated threatened team in years to come who will utilize his service. I mean, he definitely knows how to save teams.
I don't think they will sack him. Okay. I think all right. We'll talk about it.
I'll talk about that in the EPL. But yeah, I was, for me, and again, welcome to Ball Chat Podcast, the weekly recap football show. Big up to all the new listeners. Big up to all continuing listeners, regular listeners, week in and week out. Regardless of if their teams succeed or not, there are some Ball Chat followers loyal. Regardless of how much Junior want to needle their teams. Big up to all of you. Thank you always for joining us. Big up. Thank you always. My ballers, continue the ballers and bugs run up, family. You highlighted Victor Osimhen. I was going to highlight Victor Osimhen. Big up. That goal was outstanding. I'm going to have to look up that goal in the Dutch league. But I want to give Victor Osimhen a ball of the week. Not only is he score when he wants to, he score where he wants to. And this youth is a true out-and-out goal scorer. Ball of the week. Big up yourself. And I want to give a ball of the week to a team in the international break, Sudan. Sudan defeated Ghana 2-0, or is it 2-1, whatever. They defeated Ghana, and Sudan is in African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Never will I imagine that Ghana would be a struggle to make African Cup of Nations. But Sudan and a Ghanaian coach, Kwesi, defeated Ghana. So I'm going to give them a ball of the week. I'll save the bug for Ghana later on in the show. But those are my ballers of the week, man. Africa focus. Sudan for the huge victory over Ghana. And Victor Osimhen for that bicycle kick. Outstanding goal. And honorable mention to Team Angola. What they're doing. The team is still doing well. Did well in the recent African Cup of Nations. And continues to do well in this round of the African Cup of Nations qualifiers. We don't know, say Messi and CR7, those are permanent ballers, so we're not going to really mention them. Bugs family, who do you have? Unimpressive players of the week.
Pogba talking too much, and we're going to talk about it. Pogba just talk too much, and I get it. We're in the information age, we're in the social media age, and I am just old-fashioned. I'm old-fashioned. So Pogba, you chat too much for me, but I get it. You're trying to reach the social media dialect. That's cool. The fans in Stockholm Derby, in the Swedish league, Stockholm Derby, people. I'm in mid-season form right now. Benton, tell the truth. When was the last time
you're doing deep research? You're finding ballers in the Irivadeshi. You're finding fans in Stockholm.
Yes, the Swedish league.
This is next level research.
Just put it down. Ball Chat is your #1 world football show. We don't stick to the high profile team all the time. We'll go to Sweden, go find the bug of the week. Listen to me. The Stockholm Derby played, and it was Hammarby versus Djurgården, and Hammarby was up 2-0. The fans them throw fireworks on the field, man. About 15 minutes leaving the game. The Djurgården fans threw fireworks on the field, and it's a weird story because I think the way it is that the Swedish league is about to be done or soon finished, and I think both teams they are tied on points, and if Hamburg draw, the team that is at the top of the league mathematically win it. But if Djurgården was to win the game, or then both teams would mathematically still be in. There is a weird kind of mathematics around it. But the fans, we have too many reports about fans just going out there and just being a-holes. And it doesn't matter which part of the world you are. It doesn't matter your skin color. It doesn't matter the weather outside. There's no excuse for that. And we need to cut it out. Thierry Henry, big baller, legendary baller. But why are you criticizing Mbappe and other players for their injury break during international break? I have a problem with that. And I get a vibe like it's media versus players now. And we as the fans are stuck in the middle in a tug-of-war. Players are complaining that they're playing too much. The media is complaining that the players are too high paid and too high profile to be complaining it's just a kid's game. Go out there and play. And I think Henry is now on the side of that. Those are the views of Junior and Junior only. But it feels a way to hear Thierry Henry coming out and criticizing Real Madrid players for phantom injuries. I don't like it. It doesn't sit well with me. Something is behind this, but we're giving him that bug of the week for that. Referee decisions again. We're going to talk about Saliba red card for Arsenal and the non-red card for Chelsea. Something has to be done. We need more consistency in the English Premier League, and the referee. It almost feel like I watch these games looking for a referee bad calls. That's just my feeling. And last but not least, we sat down and watched the Jamaica games at home, the last couple international breaks, right? And one thing that I can speak for you, Benton, on this. I'm very happy to see. We at Ballchat is very happy to see the fans coming back in the stands, and they are trying to be entertained, or trying to put themselves in a position to be entertained and give back to the team, right? JFF, I forget a bug of the week though. And I'm going to say it, I said it during the show, during the watch along, I'm going to say it now. I'm tired of seeing the opportunity wasted by JFF to get more sponsorship dollars on board, and to get, because that would make the football better. That would make the team that I support the most better. I can't look on the camera and say cheerleaders in the bleachers and they have their banners up and they are obviously organized. We obviously know that these are an organized group of young cheerleaders in a culture that we never grew up with cheerleaders, right? Somebody in the JFF, I didn't sitting in grandstand looking across and saying, wait, all those young people, I'm thinking it's all girls, all those young people dressed in the same uniform, dancing in choreography. Why not capitalize on this? Put them on the cycle track, give them free tickets, support them. Put the rhetoric out there that the JFF support these kind of actions and these kind of community events or community actions. You will pull more people in the stands. JFF continue to drop the ball and we get a bug of the week. That's it.
Yeah, when JFF send them hate mail, I'll send our legal. When JFF send, those are the views of Junior, not ball chat. Make sure they send the league.
Let me apologize to my parents from now. I'm apologize to my parents. Apologize to my grandmother, who is heavy religious, and trust me, she don't know half the things I'm gonna do. So I apologize to all of them right now. Benton, when GFF said them hate me, I'll take a picture here.
Big up BM. BM, I hope you had a wonderful week, family. BM says, ball of the week. My team, Man U, for fighting back and winning 2-1 against Brentford. Bugs of the week for BM, Mason Holgate, Damari Gray, Mikel Antonio. All the Jamaican player. I guess this is... Does Mikel Antonio get a bug twice for his play for West Ham and his play for the Reggae Boys? Or is one bug award there just for his Reggae Boys? Clarify that for me, BM, please.
It might be a one hat fit all.
As one. And Mason and BM is also giving a bug of the week to Isaac Hayden. He wants to play for Jamaica since he doesn't have a club and nobody wants him. Stay in England and retire. Don't need you in the national team, end quote. I fully endorse BM's statement regarding Isaac Hayden. I don't want to go that far and give Isaac Hayden a bug of the week. I will say, yo, if I retire from football, I can't play no ball and you have a local team over there, so I'm not going to use not that colorful language, receptive to me playing for them, then why not? I want to go World Cup too. I want to go enjoy myself, and if they can qualify for World Cup and if they can take me places that I normally haven't been, I can go South America or Central America on the Reggae Boys dime. So why not? I.e. matches Costa Rica, Panama, maybe Isaac Hayden frequent these places, but here's another chance if he does show for the Reggae Boys. So those are BM's bugs of the week, family. Bugs of the week, Ballers and Bugs, Ball Chat Football Recap Show. We're in the Ballers and Bugs segment. Ballers being impressive players of the week, highlighting the impressive players of the week, and the Bugs unimpressive players of the week. My Bugs, Lucas Paqueta, come on down. You're too inconsistent a player. You're too talented a baller to be this inconsistent. Lucas Paqueta is reflection of why Brazil is a bug team, why West Ham is a bug team, why Lucas Paqueta is allegedly a gambler, why Lucas Paqueta ended up playing in some, where was he? In the French league before he ended up at West Ham. He is too talented a player to be this inconsistent. Lucas Paqueta, West Ham, gets a bug of the week. Pathetic display at home. At home. Julian Lopetegui, yo, wave the white flag and take for yourself. You get the bug of the week also. You're out of your depths with this one. It looks like David Moyes might be returning. So to what's up?
Did Lopetegui leave, was it Wolves or was it him?
He left Wolves.
It quickly,
left
right?
Wolves. Yes, left Wolves because at the last minute there were some disagreements, I guess. But
So disagreements might arise again.
yes, there might be disagreements. I hope he incorporate high separation disagreements in this West Ham contract because it does not look good. So, but I want to emphasize that Lucas Paqueta is a bug. I mean, this youth is too talented a baller to be this inconsistent. Very nonchalant sometimes. And again, this is where the gambling allegations does come arise. Or the gambling investigation. Bug of the week again. Ghana. Ghana men's national team. The Black Stars are black. This is horrible. Inaki Williams, Tariq Lamptey. By the way, Tariq Lamptey, how you now start for Ghana? How you go Ghana rub bench? The Arsenal's fancy midfielder Thomas Partey, Bournemouth Semenyo Bala. Ghana is in trouble of not making it to the African Cup of Nations. Ghana gets the bug of the week, man. And this coach, Otto, take for yourself. Take for yourself. Unbelievable display. Ghana gets the bug of the week. Final bug of the week. Gianni Infantino, FIFA, and this Club World Cup, club football competition announcement. Gianni Infantino, after Inter Miami won the Supporters Shield, which is akin to the best team points accumulation in the regular season of the MLS. They're not the MLS champions. They haven't won the MLS. Gianni Infantino pre-planned this thing because he was at Inter Miami, made this public announcement that Inter Miami has qualified for the FIFA Club World Cup here in the U.S. And the first game will be at Inter Miami Stadium. If this don't cook up, what else is cook up? Gianni Infantino and Inter Miami. This is the same Inter Miami that has been fined by the league for paying Blas Matuidi money under the table. And now the entire league bows down to MLS, to Inter Miami. Inter Miami, MLS, bug. No wonder nobody now watch the league. And me done. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Junior.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Junior. You wanted to say something about Inter Miami.
Look, if FIFA came out and said, hey, this is the Club World Cup. Messi is arguably the best player ever to play the game. We have an opportunity to put him on the world stage again. I'm going to let it in. Nobody would care. Nobody would complain. Nobody will say, I'd rather see Columbus screw than Inter Miami in Club World Cup. Just come out and say what it is. And trust me, nobody will care. Everybody will be like, yeah, it makes sense. Give them an at-large bid. That's why you have at-large bids in tournaments in America. And if for all those who follow college sports, college football, you have the at-large bid, you have the rankings, you have the committee that sit down and debate, and there's a reason why they have those arbitrary or those ambiguous.
Yeah, you have carve out to allow this.
You just allow these.
Just like everybody know from up front.
Yo, what let it messy? Everybody going to say, we expected that. But when you try to sweep it under the rug, everybody know like, why are you disrespecting our intelligence? Come on, man.
You know, but a part of it also gets to this larger question, right? Where players have spoken about schedule, and players are pretty much probably targeting this FIFA Club World Cup as an idiot league, an idiot competition, a competition that is unnecessary. So what does FIFA and Gianni Infantino is hoping to do with the likes of Messi? They can attract the viewing audience, and ultimately they can attract their financial target in that. Yo, I was planning to go to some other games, I might just boycott. I might just boycott. But let's see, circle me back next year, because I might just go ahead and just sacrifice and go to some other game, because there are some good teams in the competition, at least as it currently stands, right? But,
yeah.
All right, let's get to football roundup, family. Liverpool defeated Chelsea, the marquee mashup in this weekend's EPL action. Liverpool 2-1 victory over Chelsea. Junior, I was on the verge of saying Curtis Jones to come off of the field. And then Curtis Jones said, yo, shut up, and scored the ultimate winner. Junior,
that's a great finish, though.
This is what do I know? Your thoughts on this football game overall, family, and big takeaways for you.
I'm big up to Dalton, because Dalton running and say greetings, ball chat. Ballers is Liverpool and Curtis Jones plus Man City. I also said the bugs are
Curtis Jones. I was on the verge of saying Curtis Jones come off of the field.
And that's the irony in this game, because the rhetoric on ball chat is for years is that I don't like Liverpool, right?
Well, Junior, that's not a rhetoric. We know that's true.
Wait, okay. So you know then that this is even a stronger statement. What we saw today was Liverpool played against 14 people. Liverpool played against 15 people. Liverpool played against the referees and Chelsea and beat them. Because how can you give... I know it's not the same referees, but how can Saliba get a red card for pulling down a player the day before, and Chelsea did the exact same thing? And to make it even worse, at least Saliba tried to play it off like, I'm not intending to pull him down. It's just happened that he behind him entangled and him dropped. For Chelsea, for the Liverpool game, the Chelsea defender body slammed Jota and actually kicked him out of the game. And all he got was a yellow card. It's the same exact foul.
The phrase body slam really...
Body slammed him, Benton. Benton, he body
Is that accurate, though?
He knew what he was doing. Benton, he knew what he was doing. The goal was to get Jota uncomfortable. That was the goal. And the way how Chelsea approached the game, which is why they even got the penalty the first time, you saw where I saw where Maresca was saying, we're going to take the game to Liverpool. And we weren't going to sit back. We're going to punch, and we're going to punch as hard as we can, and we're going to keep punching until the game over. And the great thing about Liverpool to me was Liverpool got punched in the mouth early. And they found their wits, they found themselves, found a way to calm down in the midst of the storm, and was able to fight back. And the game became stretched, where I even flirted with giving Gravenberg a ball at the game. Because the game to me was a full-on horse race. It was a full-on stretched game. and Liverpool just showed that they are better at playing this type of football that Chelsea is trying to play. And that's why they won the game today 2-1.
You know, I kind of mix on this football game. I thought Chelsea, if Chelsea, first on the Chelsea side of things, Chelsea has their manager. They have the right guy who is probably going to take them back to their promised land, providing if things continue this way. Chelsea was very effective earlier on in the game. Very effective earlier on in the game. And the fact that Chelsea can cut off Liverpool's midfield passing options, I was very impressed with that. Limiting Liverpool's ability to play through the middle, forcing Liverpool to go long sometime. I think this youth, Romeo Lavia, is a baller. I really like his game and his ability to really kind of alleviate stress off the defense. So from a Chelsea's perspective, I think fundamentally they lose the game, but in totality, you can see massive improvements in this team and where they're headed. For Liverpool, I want to give a shout out to Darwin Núñez. I want to give a shout out to Darwin Núñez. The things that Darwin Núñez does not show up on the stat sheet. Darwin Núñez's ability to come deeper and connect Salah or Gakpo is absolutely impressive. Erling Haaland could learn a few things or two from Darwin Núñez regarding dropping deep. You saw the pass that Darwin Núñez made from the midfield all the way to Gakpo, where I think Tosin ended up cutting out. Did you see that pass?
I did see the pass.
And so those are valuable things in the ability of a striker to not only make those passes, but yes, he should be able to score more goals. Yes, I yield to that point. But I want to highlight his multiple other attributes in this football team, because the ability to connect these players is instrumental. So, Liverpool, monumental victory. Junior, you're shaking your head. You're disagreeing with me on Darwin Núñez, and I understand. But we have to watch the entire ball game. We can't just watch the front. And just,
all right. So, there was a point in the game when Luis Diaz came on, and he crossed the ball to Darwin Núñez, who didn't read the run, couldn't control it, missed it, everything. He would have been clear on goal one-on-one. So, yes, his link-up play looked well today, but we also have to remember he's played against Caicedo, and then Enzo came on. I think Enzo was on at the time when he did that. Enzo came on. They are not world beaters in the midfield for Chelsea. They are playing better, and they are being played around, in my opinion. But saying Darwin Núñez played well against Chelsea's midfield, when he came on and played 30 minutes and didn't have a shot on goal.
Because he was doing other things, Junior.
But that's what you're on the field to do. And you could have put the game to bed.
He was doing other things. And it's not just something that is, again, I want to highlight how impressive Chelsea was. Because Szoboszlai, I thought, wasn't really significant a lot in this ball game. In fact, I really remember any significant moments that Szoboszlai had in this ball game. And Curtis Jones did have moments. Of course, he scored the goal, but and maybe my expectation of Liverpool against Chelsea at home, I expected Liverpool to fix up this team and say, yo, go on, you're Chelsea, you're a team that is unknown, trying to figure out yourself. So that was my expectation. But I was pleasantly surprised by what Chelsea did in this football game and pushed Liverpool so that Liverpool had to really kind of up. And of course, granted, Luis Diaz did not play. He's coming or did not enter the game until late, so he was really missed. But overall, I mean, job done for Liverpool. You got the job done, but I expected you to beat this idiot team a little bit better, easier.
But just the balance where you said though, yes, Szoboszlai didn't have a key moment in the game where you can point to, but he also didn't have a bad moment in the game as well, which I think speaks a lot to Liverpool's preparation as well. Because yes, a lot of their players, I think they were caught off guard by Chelsea's speed and Chelsea's approach to the game. I think Liverpool wasn't expecting that, but they were prepared enough, or they are malleable enough where they can adjust.
Yeah.
Which speaks volumes. It speaks volumes to Zlatan. I probably it's just Liverpool. That might be Klopp all over. You never know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it speaks. It really highlights that both teams really trying to nullify each other's strength. Because if you look at Trent Arnold love jetting down that right side, right? Love supplying and being an extra overlapping source to really kind of help this Liverpool offense. But because, and when I said Jadon Sancho had a great game, he had Neto came on and I thought was more effective. But Trent Arnold probably spent a little bit more time trying to prevent a Chelsea going into the attacking third than he would have liked to go down to the attacking third. So, a job done. Maybe there's an international break impact on this football game too, in the sense that, a man like Mohamed Salah played for Egypt, Luis Diaz for Colombia. I mean, so some of those things having this game immediately after the international break does probably play a role, But right. I think from a Liverpool perspective, a professional victory, I just expected a little bit more dominance, and maybe it's my expectation of the gap between these two teams. I thought it was a little bit wider, but it shows that Chelsea is closing.
Yeah, I agree.
It's closing. So big 3 points for Liverpool. And ultimately that is what you're supposed to do. Mohamed Salah is the man of the match. And Mohamed Salah moved up 9th in the all-time Premier League goal scoring. I mean, I don't know how much longer he has left with this club, but he's surely going to try score a lot of goals while he, maybe can surpass a few of the others. Yeah. We forgot to give, continuing our EPL roundup, we forgot to give Brighton a ball of the week. Let's get to the...
I forgot to give Newcastle a bug of the week.
Let's save the Brighton game. Let's go to it. Brighton defeated Newcastle 1-0. Danny Welbeck, ball of the week. Big victory. Brighton now sits, 5th in this English Premier League table? Junior, talk to me. What's going on with Brighton on a young coach, Fabian Holzar, the man, and Newcastle?
I don't want to belittle what Brighton is doing. No, actually, hopefully nobody thinks it's belittling. But Brighton has the ability to fly under the radar. Because even though, like you said, Benton, they're 5th in the league, you're like, oh, well, it's just Brighton. It's just a matter of time before the bottom fall out and them drop. But they won't fall that far, but finish 6th or 7th or 8th, right? And with that lack of pressure, because when you look at it, Brighton versus Newcastle arguably could be as big of a game as Chelsea versus Liverpool. But because it's only Brighton, nobody really cared, right? The media didn't care. It was like, oh, it's another big game, but that's not going to keep it moving.
Yeah, because it's right? Brighton. Yes.
So they live with that, and they have this underdog mentality where they are already playing good football. They are well trained. And now I can play my game without having to worry about anything. Right? I don't have to worry about the media saying anything about our style of play. I don't have to worry about the media setting expectations. Me as a coach, me as a GM, I don't have to worry about this player having any hype. Like, after Trossard, is there any other Brighton player right now that you say is highly coveted that people are run down? No.
I thought that striker, when named Ferguson, was highly coveted at one time.
Was. But right now, everything is just...
I mean, and since you leave it to Chelsea, you might get few Brighton players getting peeled off. I don't know, but Junior, the organization, the structure, whatever they're doing, it's working and it's working well. Because,
yes.
I mean, to be honest with you, Newcastle played well in this football game on the front end. I mean, Newcastle started out really well and just couldn't score.
Right.
And for the love of me, I don't understand. Alexander Isak, I have so much admiration for this youth's ability. I also think that, of course, concerning about the injury aspect of the injury run with him and the saltness around Isak, but there's this part of me also think that Isak should be at a better, like a Champions League football team, i.e., a club that on the upper echelon of the table. And I really rate his game. I really rate his game. Now, granted, he has to figure out something regarding this injury bug and how he's taking care of himself. But huge victory for Brighton. Huge victory. Huge. I did not see this one coming. Did not see this one. Continue our EPL roundup, family. Arsenal, well, maybe the shock of the weekend. Arsenal, dropped 3 valuable points. Bournemouth defeated Arsenal 2-0. Patrick Kluivert's son scored a penalty. Ryan Christie with a goal. Aile Semenyo should have had a goal himself. Junior, what go on? Anything to worry about here for Arsenal?
I don't think so. I don't think there's much to worry about. The only issue I have if I'm an Arsenal fan is I'm looking at Saliba and thinking to myself, your IQ is low. Like, it's the 30th minute. You're getting beaten. The ball is well placed and you overread the pass and the striker is breaking away. And you make a decision now that you're going to foul him. Why put yourself in a position to get a red card when the worst that could come out, other than you getting a red card, the worst thing that could come out of this event that you are making a decision on is Bournemouth scoring on you. You're going to tell me that nobody thinks that Arsenal can score back a goal if it's 11 versus 11 in 60 minutes?
Yeah.
Give up the goal. Let's give it up. There's no need to pull on the forward and put yourself in that position to get a red card. And now people arguably it's red. The player put himself in that position. And the letter of the law is just you stop a goal scoring opportunity. Red card. You foul the ball and you are the last one, red card. So that is the only takeaway for me. Apart from that, though, it's one game. It's many games left to be played. We'll grow from it, learn from it, figure out a way how to stop Liverpool next week.
No, so then that's a follow-up question. How does the absence because I envision that his red card will be upheld if Arsenal decide to appeal. What sort of impact a Saliba absence is for the game against Liverpool? Because we know Gabriel is a madman, aka all right. By the way, he's not a madman.
He is a
We
man.
know it's a Gabriel head will take him now and again. And Saliba is like a calming presence in that back too. So, Junior, I mean, you could potentially see another defeat against Liverpool here.
Why? No. All right. Before we go that far, right? Before we go that, 'cause to me, that is a stretch. And big up to Dalton, and big up to all Liverpool fans. There's no disrespect. If I was to look at you and say, on paper, today, which team is better, Liverpool or Arsenal? It'll be a toss-up, right? So now we're removing one player out of Arsenal. We're going now say Liverpool automatically going. No, Ben White can come in and play the centre-back position. And they can carry on as usual. It's not like, I'm not saying that it won't be a big miss, but they are equipped to not make it be as big of a factor as we think it can be. So I don't think it will change how Arsenal approach a game. I don't think it will change how Liverpool approach a game. It's just going to be, can Saliba's replacement play with the same level of focus that he normally plays with and give the same outcome, and all will be well. I think it's still a toss-up game next week.
The thing for me though is this. A few weeks ago, we on this show and many other football shows, Saliba and Gabriel were labeled as the best centre-back pair in the EPL.
Right.
So he's that critical and that important a player for Arsenal.
Right.
He's that huge of a player for Arsenal. Now, I don't know what approach that Mikel Arteta will take. We have seen them, weather the storm when down a man or when playing in a defensive posture, right? We've seen them done that against Man City. We've seen them done that against, I think, Spurs, and come out with something in this football game. So we know tactically that he has evolved as a manager to be able to defensively set up his team. But that is with a Saliba. Now you go against Liverpool without him, and I think this is a huge question mark for Arsenal. Huge question mark.
But remember, this is the same Arsenal that held Man City to a draw after being down to 10 men for a long time as well, and now they're going to play a game with 11. So yeah, I hear you, and it would be disrespectful to say Arsenal will be all right without Saliba. They are going to miss him, but they have the players and they have the coach that can supplement what he brings.
If you want to win title, you have to weather the storm.
You have to do it.
You have to weather the storm. Ball round still, but good luck to Arsenal. Good luck to Arsenal. Continuing our roundup, our EPL roundup, football family. Big up Kofi Powell, big up family, big up yourself. Hope all is well. Football roundup, ball chat, football roundup, weekly football roundup show. Looking at EPL results. Man City defeated Wolves 2-1. Junior, a bit of controversial goal at the end. You know, any issues there? Any issues regarding that John Stone goal?
No. I have no issues with that goal. And Wolves keeper should have gotten a ball of the week too. He made some good saves. But I don't think there was any controversy to that goal. It looked bad, and if the offside was given, I wouldn't have a problem with it. If the offside is not given, I still have a problem with it. It's one of those real, true gray area goals.
Okay. Let me ask you a question regarding Arsenal. I forgot what may I call him Arsenal, like Arsenal.
Dalton.
Dalton. Yo, I saw a stat. I can't exactly remember the number, but I saw something that under Mikel Arteta, Arsenal has gotten something like double digits red card, some significant amount of red cards. And of course, earlier, we're 7 or 8 games in the season, and this is the second red card. because we know Declan Rice missed games. Is there any concern about any sort of discipline issues there at Arsenal under Mikel Arteta?
I would more
I
say
have to find the stats.
yeah, but I would more say if there's a concern, there's a concern about the profile of player that you're recruiting. I don't think Arteta can go out there and tell a man to go out there and get a red card. But you have a profile of a player that you recruit that you put in your starting 11, and you have a style of motivating that you do to the players them. And sometimes they make a rash decision.
Yeah,
It's
18 red cards. According to the BBC, players getting sent off has been an issue during Arteta's time at Emirates Stadium since he took charge on Boxing Day 2019. The Gunners have been shown 18 red cards in the Premier League, which is at least 5 more than any other team during that time period.
And I can't say I remember all 18, but I know the last 2 were legit.
Yeah. We all remember the last 2, Junior. But
and I would say they are legit. Can we say they are legit?
yeah, but when the stat came across, when I saw the stat, I was like, 18 red cards since 2019, and 5 more than teams in the Premier League in that time period. Something need a little bit of investigation. Something not right around there.
Yeah. So right now you're pandering to Arsenal fans.
something. All right, other EPL results. Spurs defeated West Ham 4-1. Junior, again, focusing on statistics again, because we don't know use a stat man. Spurs has been criticized and Spurs have been criticized regarding defensive issues. But when you actually look at the numbers, I mean, they do have an impressive defensive records against set players, against goals conceded from open players. Is this defensive issues that we have heard been criticized, the criticism of Ange? Are some of these defensive questions overblown?
Yeah, we live in a microwave society. We sit down and judge people based on what have you done for me lately. It's just BS. Like I just won the game 4-1. And you ask me about defense?
Brother.
Really?
Hey, look.
I just outscored West Ham 4-0.
Junior, who is West Ham?
I don't care. I just outscored West Ham 4-0. Are you asking me about defense?
Fair enough. Continuing our EPL roundup. Well said. Aston Villa defeated Fulham 3-1. I think Ali Watkins was on the scorer's card there. Leon Bailey did play his usual 60-something minutes before being subbed. Man United defeated Brentford 2-1 as Eric Ten Hag, a.k.a. Trust the Process. Junior, your assessment of this football game. And most notably, Wissard did not start this football game, which I thought was a big miss for Brentford.
Yeah, Taylor 2 halves. Brentford stole a goal in the last second of the first half, and Manu came out and quickly scored early and then overturned it. There's nothing to conclude from this game either way. It just is what it is. But Manu is just, both teams actually are in purgatory. Both teams is just sitting there like, I don't know if we're sinking or if we're rising.
Another bug of the week. Southampton let a 2-0 lead at home slip against Leicester City. Junior, bug team. Southampton's manager Russell Martin has been questioned regarding this open style of play. But it seems to me like since you might be relegated anyway, which, well, not might, you're going to be relegated anyway, you might as well just prepare and play as you will as you get ready for the championship. I mean, why change?
Yo, all right, look. I was watching that show to United Stand. I was watching Goldbridge then, but not Goldbridge. One of the pundits on that show. And the funny thing that was said on that show, and it kind of snapped me back to reality a little bit. We're talking about relegation and only a month in the season, a month and a half in the season. A whole heap of football leave for play now.
The only crazy thing about this whole heap of football left to play is the fact that Wolves have a worse goal difference than Southampton. Unbelievable. 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 Everton defeated Ipswich 2-0, and of course we mentioned the Bournemouth versus Arsenal victory. Final takeaway from the EPL before we step and take a look at some other football news, family.
Parity exists. Man City looks vulnerable like they do every year. I don't know who's going to put on the cape, though. I don't think Kevin De Bruyne can put on the cape this year. Let's see if Phil Foden is going to be the man that puts some gas in the tank for them, but they look vulnerable. That's my takeaway so far this year.
One more game to wrap up this round for the EPL. Klasna and Crystal Palace will take on Forest. Klasna is under pressure, Junior. David Moyes is rumored to be the next man, providing that them lose this football game.
And that would be weird if David Moyes come back into coaching a couple months after leaving West Ham.
Yeah.
Weird. That would be weird. I think the reason why didn't he say he was leaving West Ham for a break or something like that?
Well, allegedly, but him get fired. Him get fired. He was sacked. And break can be short, Break can be very short. And if Crystal Palace gives him an opportunity, why not? Why not? Get back in. DM says Leon Bailey and Craig Butler are silent compared to last season. I wonder why. I wonder if Jamaica still can't do anything for Leon Bailey.
And I said that after the famous interview last year, whenever the interview summer, I said it after the interview, like, yo, you can't you living in the moment and basking in this glory when there's more negativity than positives that happen in your life. So it is what it is, cause
can't get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, because Jamaica obviously is moving on without Bailey. I don't think you want to hear that or anybody want to hear that, but that's the truth. Jamaica isn't putting themselves in a position where they can move on.
Yeah, can't depend on one player. Have to move on. Speaking of can't live in at the moment, Paul Pogba has been making the rounds. Junior, this is a PR campaign for the one. Paul Pogba, of course. Recently, Paul Pogba did say that he would like to remain at Juventus. He's scheduled to start playing football again next March. He can start training in January. Officially, he can. I suspect he's doing some sort of training regarding, since the Court of Arbitration ruled that I reduce his suspension. Junior, I don't know what sort of form Paul Pogba is in, but I suspect that a team could use Paul Pogba's services. And Juventus does have a contract with Paul Pogba. Why not? Why not just continue the thing?
That's one angle, and I wouldn't have a problem with it. But I also understand the angle that we could have you, if we could use you now, we could have used you for the period of time when you made yourself unavailable. So we can't reward you by bringing you back in. I can understand that point of view as well. So I just think him talking too much. I really think him putting himself out there too much. I get it. I get it that you need to show that you still have some influence. And people, let's call a spade a spade. The plan or the game plan by Pogba's group, because it's a conglomerate. The game plan is, let's show teams out there that we are still influential, so that when you bring us in, we're still going to be of value to you on and off the field. You know me have natural talent already on the field, but look, 100 million people respond to this post. That's 100 million jerseys that can be sold with my name on the back.
So we know that those aren't bots, Junior.
Look, it goes both ways. Like the companies that sit on that, the big teams, the big money teams will pay to say, okay, how much of this is real, or how much of this translate? Because you know, like in the music business, for all those who didn't know, I think at one point it was 1,000 streams or 10,000 streams equal one sale, right? That's how they determine if an artist go platinum, go gold, whatever. You know, gold is 1,000 copies, platinum is 1,000,000, something like that, right? I know platinum is 1,000,000. So in the streaming world, it's 10,000 streams equal one sale, right? So it's the same way that they can derive your social media footprint and how much marketing dollars this will bring in. So there is some ratio out there. So if Pogba can go out there and prove that he's still of high value, then it is worth the risk bring him in. And what's the worst that can happen? It's not like Pogba. It's not like Pogba raped a woman or committed murder or something. The man take PEDs that nobody cares about. It's just performance and competition. People care about that. So you bring him in, and if he can sell 1,000 jerseys, he can write off the money we'll make, or the money that we're spending to bring him in, and without to do any PR behind it. So I agree with you. A team can use him, and I get what he's doing. I just don't like. Me personally, I don't like it.
Paul Pogba, 31 years old, so we don't know how it goes. I mean, the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking for Paul Pogba. Probably another few more years, and then he'll end up at Inter Miami.
LA Galaxy.
No,
he's more LA guy. He's more LA Galaxy guy.
He will end up at Inter Miami. Junior, while we were away, England appointed a new manager, and at Football Family Ball Chat weekly recap show, this is a show where we recap some of the major news in the world of football. Junior, while we were away, England hired a new manager. Carsley was sent to him. Of course, Thomas Tuchel is the man to officially replace Gareth Southgate, the boring one. Junior, you're a fan of the England national team. I mean, what do you make of this appointment? I've heard Jamie Carragher and others saying that they should hire an English manager. What do you make of all these and this appointment?
That's a loaded question. What I make of the Tuchel hire, I think is the right hire. I think Tuchel is the man that will get the best out of the talent that England have. Now, for all the idiots out there that is talking about it should be an English manager, these are the views of Junior and people who think like me, who might be on the other end of this camera but don't want to put them hand up. We're in a time now where politics and nationalism is the big go-to right now, right? We see the idiot Trump and what he does and how he alienates people and how he tried to bring this nationalist point of view and blah blah blah. I am not going to sit here now and celebrate the same kind of mindset that Jamie Carragher and all the English idiots are trying to push. And you guys did try to push it with the Brexit thing. And we saw what happened with Brexit a couple of years ago, pre-COVID, and we'll see what is happening now. And this is no different. Look, I get it. We don't need social media following, we don't need that to maintain on a celebrity. But trust that you have enough sensible people in the world that you don't need to go down and run down the fanatics. You don't need to run down the extremists. The loudest speaking people in the room is not normally the best. Come on, man. It should be, leave that to Piers Morgan or leave that to some nut job with up on the internet. You shouldn't be on TV talking football, X's and O's, and we should take your opinion as fact, and you turn around and say, we should hire an English manager. Who the hell is better than Thomas Tuchel with a British passport? Give me one person.
Sam Allardyce.
Stop your damn foolishness. He had to lie to get the job.
My thing on this, you know what, I will say this. I don't understand this national, well, not that I do understand. This nationalist rhetoric is something that is prevalent in different walks of life. And apparently it's in our English football too. But my thing is that you just had an English manager and it was a bug side. It was absolutely bug. AKA, you're talented and you did not win anything. Thomas Tuchel is an upgrade in this position. Now, will it translate into success? Time will tell. Eddie Howe said they did not speak to him, Junior, as in the FA. And some British commentators do have a bit of consternation with that, with Eddie Howe not being spoken to. Junior, is Eddie Howe even in the same breath as Thomas Tuchel?
The only breath that he shares with Thomas Tuchel right now is that they possibly would be both, or they could have possibly been without a job at the same time. That's the only breath him share with the unemployment line that it could have been if Tuchel never get picked for the job. If England had waited another month or two to announce Thomas Tuchel, he and Eddie Howe would have something in common. They're both they're both without a job. But in terms of football, brother, stop it, man. Stop it. Stop. And you see, Jamie Carragher did well recently, and you know what? I'm a good here. Jamie Carragher did well by positioning himself among three black pundits, or two black pundits and a black host on Paramount Plus, right?
Who is the black host?
Kate, what's your name? Kate Scott now.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know.
So
I thought she had Browning.
She had Browning, but she black. Are you going to go the opposite side of the nationalists now and go against brown-skinned people like that? So, but
I'm just an Alexis Nunes fan. That's all.
I actually let's put this on record. I think Alexis Nunes is a lot better than Kate Scott. No disrespect
Kate is
to
excellent.
Scott.
Kate is excellent. Kate is.
But Alex Nunes is better.
Okay, Julian, go ahead. Go ahead.
Can we agree on that, Benton?
I will not take that plunge. You're on your own on that one. Continue on.
I'll go say something, but we'll leave it alone.
Yeah, continue.
So Carragher did so well putting himself, and I think he positioned himself to be a fan favorite because of all the viral videos that go out with him and
Micah and
PT and everything, right? I think he put himself in a position where he jeopardized all of that work that was done. But all it's going to take is somebody to say, why is Eddie Howe better than Tuchel, Carragher? Is it because of the blonde hair, typical British man, young white boy look? Is that what it is? Why we're not hearing it talk about a black British coach? That's all it going to take. And then all of a sudden the avalanche start. And he put himself in a position. It should be, as a British guy and as a guy that played for England and Germany was our biggest rival, it will sting a little bit if England is holding up, if Tuchel is holding up the trophy for England in the World Cup in the next 2 years. But I will still support them. You can't say that. And everything will be all right, but I would rather English coach. Brother, you sound racist, man. Get the hell out of here.
Thomas Tuchel is the man in charge at England, regardless of Jamie Carragher or any other England fan desire.
Harry Redknapp wanted Lampard. Man, shut up.
Thomas Tuchel. Well, then probably should hire Gary. Where they bug Neville, Gary Neville. let him coach. We'll see what will happen with Thomas. But one final question I have though is, with Thomas Tuchel not having the full support of the football community in England, because based on some of the comments regarding they would prefer a national Englishman, is there any concern there for Thomas going into this role? We see how the English media can be regarding Eric Ten Hag. Does Thomas Tuchel in this position now get essentially have some sort of is in the crosshair, so to speak? Little room for error.
Excuse my language. I'm gonna say it because some of the things I do. I'm big up Kofi. Kofi said real talk, the boy racist, talking about Jamie Carragher. That's but Tuchel is that meticulous of an asshole that he will push that rhetoric and he will put himself as the enemy of the state. And I think he is that much of an asshole and that much of a smart asshole that he will make the British media for once in the last how much ever tournament write England like they are not favorites. Write England like we don't expect much from them because we don't have an English coach. I think he is that smart of a coach that he will push that rhetoric through and let the team say, you know what, is we against the world. And that will galvanize them. Because we hearing things about how Bellingham, the team doesn't like Bellingham because of the media hype around Bellingham, and we're hearing things like that, right? There's nothing that will galvanize that team that everybody on that side hating everybody over here. So, yeah. And I think Tuchel is that smart. I think he will.
Thomas Tuchel officially takes charge on January 1st, 2025, where he kicks off the role as English manager. He's a very good coach. I like him. I think he's excellent at what he does. So remains to be seen. Junior, regarding, before we get to Jamaican football news, the Daily Mail, this segue to Jamaican football news. The Daily Mail is reporting that Mason Greenwood wants meeting with Thomas Tuchel to discuss his England future, and quote, and will play for Jamaica instead, and quote, if he is denied entry. Junior, you have anything to say about this, or is because of the Daily Mail we don't really care? And to be fair, they could use him.
I think
any team could use him.
I think this is the start of the villainizing of Tuchel. I really think he probably signaled that, look, Mason coming back to come play for us. I think that whisper has gone now. And I think that's the reason why Mason hasn't signed off for Jamaica. I really think so. Because Mason Greenwood, the issue aside, is the best English right winger out there right now. There's no right winger out there better than Mason Greenwood. There's no winger out there better than Mason Greenwood.
Jadon Sancho would like a word.
Jadon Sancho is not even. Tuchel probably won't even call Jadon Sancho. Let's have a decent conversation here. You better off saying Cole Palmer would like to have a word, but I think Greenwood. I think conversations have been had. I think De Zerbi have had a conversation with Greenwood as well and say, yo, brother, you are the best English winger. Why the hell are you talking about going to Jamaica? Just go take two class and say you're reformed. Show your wife and your picnic in Christmas pictures. I go play for England. Them already don't like you. You're black. So why you want them to like you anyway? So I think they're starting to vilify him. It's the same thing they did to Sven, rest in peace, Sven, Gore Eriksson. Same thing they did to Capello. And ironically, those were their more successful coaches in recent memory. So we'll see.
We'll see. All right, nice segue to Jamaican football news. Junior, Reggae Girls squad was announced. Coach Busby. And before we get to the squad, a new member of the Reggae Girls coaching staff, former Reggae boy himself, Mr. Dion Burton, was announced as an assistant coach. Junior, good move, eh? Hopefully he can coach, but good move.
Stick a pin right there. So before it's a good move, hopefully he can coach. We'll keep it moving.
Yeah, I mean, he has I can't remember the exact license. So, but he has the requisite paperwork. So, I mean, you know what? Kudos to JFF. Bringing back more of the former players into the fold. We know Altamont Butler is in the fold. We know Bibi Gardner is in the fold. Bringing back those players to be part of the fold. Fitzroy Simpson is also sometimes around the team. So, I mean, this is good. And so the Reggae Girls will kind of get some of the 1998 magic.
What magic you have about Benton? The same
Yeah,
magic.
I mean, I guess because the Reggae Girls did made 2 World Cups.
They made the 2 World Cup already. The same magic where every men's team try to use every World Cup on field. I tell you already, get rid of the name Reggae Boys. That is how we get the magic back. Let them be Jamaica national team. You don't need to be called Reggae Boys or Reggae Girls anymore. Those are the views of Junior.
Those are the Reggae Girls squad for game against France. Notable absentees. Big striker Bonnie Shaw is not in the squad. I think Coach Hubert Busby did say that she's working on her passport. So she's not in the squad. The squad: Rebecca Spencer, Sydney Snyder. Big up Sydney. A goalie. Big up yourself. Defenders: Swaby sisters, both Chantel and Alison Swaby. New defender Taylor Hines of Liverpool gets her first call up to the Reggae Girls. Denisha Blackwood, Vian Sampson, big up yourself. Malia Atkins. Midfielders: Lulu Jarvis, big up yourself. Lulu, welcome to the family. Atlanta Primus, Jade Bailey, Drew Bala Spence, big up yourself. Hey, Adam Olcombe, big up yourself. Adam Olcombe has been scoring goals left, right, and center, Junior. Rihanna Blades, run out the midfielders. The forwards: Natasha Thomas, Paige Bailey Gale, Kayla McKenna, Jody Brown, Shania Hales, Tiffany Cameron, Davia Richards, and Michaela Days. Good to see the Days. Michaela Days back. Good to see Davia Richards in the squad. Junior, your thoughts on the squad?
The more things change, the more things stay the same.
Regarding what? What stays the same?
We're bringing who? Liverpool's captain, right?
Yes, Taylor Hines.
Right, that's big. But then your most recognizable player continues
She's
to have
working
passport.
on her passport. Well, we can't just accept say the ball have Champions League at play and she have some other things to deal with.
We live in a we live in a time where I don't know. You know what? I feel that whoever is the media specialist or the PRO people, they seem to think that we're still living in the 60s, where they are the only source of information. You don't even have to tell us why Bonnie Shaw not playing for Jamaica. We all will understand. She a bigger fish to fry. Okay, I will keep moving.
The Reggae Boys official website said, quote, Coach Hubert Busby says Khadijah Shaw and Kanya Plummer are rectifying a passport situation, but we look forward to welcoming them in the next window for November, end quote.
So did the window just get announced?
Junior, but no, so this squad is just, so they have 2 games. They have 3 games actually. France and they play South Africa. So I do expect them to rectify that passport situation and be coming for the South Africa games. And coincidentally, I think Bonnie Shaw also ran into some issues travel-wise regarding Man City, right? In the Champions League. Regarding paperwork wasn't filed for entry into. I think it was actually going into France. So I don't know.
But did she play?
I'm taking the coach word for it, Junior. But other than that, your thoughts on the squad?
It's a good squad. We'll see when them play, because I know she's your goalkeeper, Benton, but I leave Sydney out of it.
Well, somebody has to be there in the event, and it would be nice to see her get some valuable minutes between the sticks. Because if she's going to be a backup goalkeeper, she must be prepared to step in at any time. And I know Rebecca Spencer is playing football and is getting all the minutes predominantly because she's the number 1. But here's an opportunity. You get 3 games. Give Sydney Schneider a chance, and I mean, if she's not good enough, then move on. Unless the depth of Reggae Girls goalkeepers that are out there probably. I don't know. I don't know if them have a bunch of goalkeepers to really select from. But you want to know that your starting goalkeeper have to stay on P's and Q's because of the backup. And if the backup is not good, then big up Sydney, we love you, but we just have to call it what it is, cause you've played for it or been a part of a few different teams, and no ball game now roll, so we don't know. Big up. So we look forward to see the Reggae Girls in those games. But welcome to Taylor Hines, Liverpool captain. Welcome to Natasha Thomas of Ipswich. So the Reggae Girls expanding the pool of players. So that's a good move. And of course, welcome to Deon Burton, part of the coaching staff. Continuing our Reggae Boys, our Reggae Jamaican football roundup, Junior Kaheem Dixon officially made his debut for Charlton Athletic FC senior team. Youth has potential, and he needs minutes.
Yeah, and the more he plays, the better he will be. And one thing that stood out for me in the last international window is how small he is. He looks very like he still have his baby weight on him. So the more he plays, I really think this youth has maximum potential. So
nothing but success for the youth. Nothing but success for him, because we know the chat. Big up. Keep working, Kaheem. Keep at it.
And you know, he has a Roderick Reed vibe to me. I'm just putting it out there. He has a Roderick Reed vibe to me.
Ooh, child. That's a lot. I can't see it, I can see it, but I think at this stage Roderick was probably more established though.
Yeah, for sure, for
Yeah, it
sure,
was
for
weird,
sure.
yeah,
but
yeah, so.
but just body type and his approach to the game, it have a Raji Creed vibe to it.
Yeah. Reggae Boys know their opponent for the upcoming CONCACAF Nations League quarterfinal. Junior, they will take on Mauricio Pochettino's USA. Leg one in the National Stadium, November 14. Early reading on this football game. It'd be nice to really kind of welcome Pochettino with a beating.
Well, Mexico already beat you to that punch. So.
Well, with another beating.
Yeah, and early read on the game, look for a penalty shootout. I'm going to just put that out there now. Look for a penalty shootout. It would not surprise me if both games finish 0-0 or if America luck, trip, and draw and find a one goal in the second game, in the return leg.
All right, so I will say this.
One last thing though, Jamaica is going to play better in the return leg than they play at home.
Because
watch out for that. Field and weather. Watch out for that.
Field and weather. So first leg is November 14th. Second leg is what? November 17th? Or November 18th?
Or 19th.
You know, we'll get the return leg there. But I will say this, Junior, regarding coaches. I'm a big believer that coaches have a significant influence on teams' outcomes. What goes on, the personality of the team reflect the coaches. And I think that the Reggae Boys, for once in a very long time, probably can proudly say that pound for pound, they may have the most accomplished coach in CONCACAF on paper. And this is thinking about, you have Pochettino at the US, you have Javier Aguirre and Rafa Martinez at Mexico, you have Christensen at Panama.
Jesse Marsh.
I think if he's not the most accomplished coach on paper, he's right up there.
I agree with you. Yeah,
I'm going somewhere with this. And the reason why I say that to say, because of his background, his team, this Jamaican team, when they play anybody in the upper echelon, the tactical matchup should not be a problem for him. There's no way I can go in this football game between Mauricio Pochettino and Steve McLaren and think that Jamaica is outmatched in the coaching department.
Yes, I agree.
In fact,
and the talent is very comparable too.
In fact, I will probably slightly give the edge to Jamaica coaching department as the head coach. Looking at their CVs. Now, it's incumbent on Steve McLaren to then now translate that into a successful outcome against his team.
Right. I agree.
Because never in recent memory, Jamaica is playing the Team USA in any game. I think and sit down there and say, yo, Jamaica's tactical preparation and the backroom staff should be on par, if not better. We have Hal Grimson, who we know was a bug, and doesn't have the CV compared to Mauricio Pochettino or any of the US managers to that extent, at least in recent memory. And Tapa Whitmore, we don't know if Tapa Whitmore don't really have a CV. So for that aspect of it, I have some hope. I have some hope, and I'm very optimistic going into this football game. Yeah. Very optimistic.
I agree. And BM says Kahim plays like Walter Boyd.
Whoa.
Leaving that one alone.
Whoa.
Whoa. No.
Walter Boyd, the Pearl.
Pearl aside, just playing style. I think Demari Gray tries to play a version of Walter Boyd. I think Dixon is more speed. Dixon is more speed oriented. If you remember Walter Boyd was fast, but he wanted to disrespect you. And I don't think Dixon wanted to disrespect you, not necessarily. And that's why when Roger Creed got the knee injury, that's why he couldn't be the same afterwards. His game was pretty predicated on speed.
Yeah. All right, heading home. Jamaican Football League, Jamaican Premier League Roundup Junior. Humble Lions and Mobile United drew 2-2. That game ended. Portmore defeated Chapeltown 2-1. Veer. Phoenix United fixed up Dumble Holding 3-0. You mean, Veer?
The Lenny Hyde game. That was the Lenny Hyde game. The Lenny Hyde
matchup.
Yeah.
Because he used to coach what? Dumble Holding. Right?
Dumble Holding, yeah. And he was fired from Dumble Holding.
Yeah. Mullines is getting a 3-piece meal from Jungle. It's on again. In the 74th minute, Cavalier and Mount Pleasant, big match, is postponed. The standing for the Jamaican Premier League, Mobile United sitting on top. This is a surprise. After 6 games, Portmore in second place and Dumble holding down a bottom of all of things. Junior, early warm in the Jamaican Premier League, but your thoughts on these results and the standing?
I think it's a little upside down right now. There's more to come.
Wait,
watch out
upside
for
down
Arnett
as in Dumble holding I go flip up top?
You never know. But in terms of Montego
What do you
Bay,
mean, whatever? There are certain things we know in life. Dumble holding now.
Montego Bay on top. Watch out for Arnett Gardens. Watch out for Waterhouse. Watch out for the traditional powers this year.
Yeah, watch out for.
And I must say, watch out for Veer. Watch out for Veer.
Watch out for Veer. Watch out for Veer, Phoenix United. Watch out for Veer. They will be competitive. I mean, if controversial all he wants, Bullhead will put together a competitive outfit.
Yes.
You know, we'll put together a competitive outfit. But other Jamaican football news, one highlight, Las Vegas Lights, Corey Bennett got some valuable minutes for Las Vegas Lights in the USL as they make a run in the championship. One big up Terry McGee also got valuable minutes for Colorado, Switchback. Any other Jamaican footballers that want to highlight from before we go my yard?
I just want to say it again. Welcome to the new Reggae Girls, and hopefully we play. Hopefully, these new additions translate to better playing on the field.
BM says, I'm not surprised Mason, I don't know if Mason Greenwood used Jamaica for clout like Amari Hutchinson. Did he use Jamaica though? Well, I guess the thing is that he probably said, well, I haven't played for Jamaica. So I'm leverage that opportunity to kind of probably potentially squeeze his way back into the England team.
Did Mason Greenwood publicly say anything about Jamaica?
No, he didn't.
So we're just insinuating.
Not to my knowledge, still.
Insinuating.
Not to my knowledge. Yeah, Mason Greenwood has not. But the JFF did say publicly in their press conference that Mason Greenwood was filing his paperwork. And ultimately that cannot be done without Mason Greenwood approval.
JFF has said a lot of things, sir, that did not turn out to be true.
Yeah, we are going where we are.
Later.
We are going where we are. Yo, big up, remember to smash the like button, family. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Big up to Liverpool, outstanding victory. Chelsea, keep working. Big up to come on and ref football games. Boy, a long time we don't see you. Big up, sending love to come on out of Roach. You work hard. Refing quite a few games, so big up. Connect with us on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast. We're on X at Ball Chat 1. We're on Facebook at Ball Chat. We're on TikTok at ballchat_podcast. You can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. Again, we want to always salute Yardy Ball on Twitter for always highlighting Jamaican football. Before we go where we are, we always want to highlight those who continue to spread the word about Jamaican football. Big up to all the YouTubers them who are doing them thing, MG Sports. But we want to highlight Yardy Ball on X. Always highlighting Jamaican players, ladies, women's football. Big up Yardy Ball. Big up yourself. Yo, I that you know, we are going where we are, you know. We're gone on road now.